Do you know what keeps millions of American seniors from sleeping peacefully every night? Not sickness, but the feeling of having no reason to wake up tomorrow morning. And it is easy to understand. When we worked, we were busy. We were useful. In retirement, many feel like a radio that has been turned off, still playing, but silent. And it is that very silence that steals your sleep. Science has shown loneliness, a lack of connection, and a sense of meaninglessness are three factors why seniors' sleep quality declines year after year. But the amazing thing is, you do not need sleeping pills. You do not need a new mattress. What you need might be a thank you from a child you have read a book with. It's the laughter in a kitchen where you cooked a meal for charity. Or simply the voice of an old friend breaking with emotion because someone called just to check in. Do you want to know 5 simple, heartwarming volunteer jobs that help you sleep better and make your life more meaningful? They don't just help you live happily, they might, in fact, save your life. If that makes your heart beat just a little bit faster, then you will want to stick around because who knows, a small thing you do today could help you smile peacefully before sleeping each night. Oh, and if you find this helpful, make sure to subscribe so more kindness can keep finding its way to you. Let's get started. Let's start with our first idea. Teaching children to read helps reduce anxiety and makes sleep easier. Have you ever lost a whole night's sleep? Not from a headache, but from feeling like nobody needs you anymore. After 60, many people start to feel that restless nights and fitful sleep are just a normal part of aging. But the truth is, poor sleep doesn't just come from physical issues. It is deeply rooted in loneliness, disconnection, and losing that sense of being useful. That is why taking part in volunteer activities, like teaching a child to read, can make a miraculous difference for your sleep every single night. When you sit beside a child turning pages and reading delightful stories aloud, what happens isn't just sharing knowledge, it is an emotional connection. A child listens to you, looks into your eyes, and laughs at a story you tell. That moment creates oxytocin, the hormone of bonding and well-being, which helps calm your heart rate, lower anxiety, and prepare you for deeper sleep at night. According to a study from Johns Hopkins University, seniors who volunteered to read with children in their community saw their stress levels drop by 23%, fell asleep an average of 15 minutes faster, and felt a significant increase in deep sleep after only 6 weeks. Jeanette Sullivan, 70, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, suffered from long-term insomnia after retiring. But after she signed up for the Grandparents Read Aloud program at her city library, she began sleeping well again. Just hearing the kids say, "Please keep reading," makes me feel like I have value again, she shared emotionally. Sign up to volunteer as a reader at your local bookstore, school, or community programs. Each session is just 1 to 2 hours, isn't physically demanding, and has no pressure, but it brings the deep connection that we all need in our later years. Because good sleep doesn't just come from a soft pillow or dark room. It comes from the peace of mind as your head hits the pillow, knowing you did something good today, and that tomorrow someone is still counting on you. And sometimes, a child's laughter is the coziest blanket to wrap you in a gentle sleep. Getting enough sleep helps the body recover. But for sleep to come easier and deeper each night, you need gentle movement during the day, especially outdoors. Did you know, just from skipping 1 week of gardening, a senior can lose an hour of deep sleep per night, leading to memory decline, a spike in depression, and a higher risk of chronic insomnia. Many seniors think gardening or planting is just a hobby to pass the time, but few realize that when you volunteer to plant in a park or your neighborhood, you are not just greening the environment, you are also getting gentle exercise, relaxing your mind, and naturally improving your own sleep quality. Bending to till the soil, lifting a pot, setting down seedlings, these are all light physical activities that stimulate your muscles, get your blood flowing, and burn positive energy during the day. Biologically, this is the perfect dose of movement to help your body produce melatonin, the sleep-regulating hormone, at night. What's more, getting some morning sun helps stabilize your biological clock, helping you sleep on schedule, more deeply, and with fewer middle-of-the-night wake-ups. A study by the University of California, Davis found that seniors in community gardening, volunteer programs at least 3 times a week gained an average of 38 more minutes of deep sleep per night than non-participants, along with a marked drop in stress and depression. Miguel Alvarez, 75, from Tucson, Arizona, used to wake at 3 a.m., then toss and turn, unable to sleep again. After joining a group that volunteers to plant trees along the streets, he now goes out to water plants and pull weeds with others each morning. At night, I sleep straight through until morning with no pills and no worries, he shared. You can find public gardening programs or just offered to help plant at a church, your community center, or senior center. It doesn't take much strength, just some persistence and a little time each week. Because when you plant, it is not just the plants that grow. It is a sense of calm, connection, and satisfaction quietly blooming inside you. And that is what will embrace you at night, lulling you into a peaceful sleep, like a garden freshly watered after a sunny day. Your body gets gentle exercise from gardening, but for your mind to be truly at peace and to avoid feeling confused or empty in old age, you also need a space to nurture your mind. Did you know, just from having no purpose all day, people over 70 are twice as likely to have insomnia, and their risk of depression and nighttime confusion increases by 70%. You might not think that volunteering at a library, reshelving books, helping a reader, or simply maintaining a quiet atmosphere could profoundly affect your sleep quality. But the truth is, the slow, steady rhythm and peaceful environment of a library helps seniors find serenity again and drift off to sleep more easily at night. In retirement, many people have too much time, but not enough purpose. That feeling of having no role keeps the mind on edge, causing sleeplessness and even nightmares. But when you spend a few hours each week helping in a library, your brain starts to reset its natural rhythm. Gentle activity by day, relaxation by evening. The ideal conditions for falling into a deep sleep. According to a survey from the Chicago Public Library, seniors who volunteered at its branches at least twice a week reported a 67% improvement in sleep, with most sharing that they felt their mind was lighter and calmer each evening. Beverly Thomas, 72, from Minneapolis, Minnesota, had a sleep disorder for years. After she retired, she signed up to help in the children's room at her local library. Just sitting there, listening to the turning of pages, watching the little ones read, I feel a sense of calm. And at night, I sleep as if I never had insomnia, she said. You can visit a library near you and ask if they need volunteers. You could work with books, help other older readers, or simply chat and preserve the quiet of the shared space. No pressure, no strength needed. Just bring your smile and patience. Because a library is not just a place for books. It is where your mind can find rest and quiet. And that gentle stillness will follow you home, lulling you to sleep with the feeling that you are still useful, still a vital part of this community. If you're still with me and finding this helpful, let me know by dropping a 3 in the comments. And if you haven't already, hitting that subscribe button and the little bell really helps us keep making more inspiring content like this for you. Keeping your mind more relaxed helps you sleep deeper. But for each day to feel truly meaningful, you need to feel you are contributing to something good, even if it's a small act. After his wife died, an elderly man was so devastated he had insomnia for 9 months. No medicine could help. Then he started cooking for people in need, and he slept through an entire night after that. In retirement, many people feel that no one needs them, and it is this disconnection that keeps the mind restless and troubled, leading to poor sleep. But if you just spend time cooking a simple meal for someone in need, or sustained, the homeless, the lonely, or patients in a nursing home, you will feel useful and meaningful again. And that very feeling will be the remedy that helps you sleep deeply and peacefully without any pills. When we cook for others, especially with a volunteer's heart, our body releases serotonin, a neurotransmitter that creates a sense of satisfaction, calm, and well-being. This is a natural building block for melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep. The light movement of cooking, the aroma of food, the sound of laughter while sharing, all of it positively affects the nervous system, helping the body ease into a deeper state of rest at night. According to a report from Meals on Wheels America, Older volunteers in their meal prep and delivery program showed a 70% improvement in sleep after just 2 months, along with a significant boost in their life satisfaction. James Holloway, 80, from Cleveland, Ohio, had prolonged insomnia after his wife passed. He was introduced by friends to a group that cooks for the homeless at a local church. After just a few weeks, he shared, "I do not feel so lonely anymore. Every time I cook, I feel like I'm doing good, and at night I sleep much better." Volunteer at a soup kitchen, a church, or an organization that serves meals to those in need. If you cannot cook, you can still help prep, package, or chat with the recipients. Every helping hand, every kind word makes a difference. Because a warm meal does not just help others through hunger and cold, it helps you find peace in your own soul, leading the way to a night of sleep that is deeper, gentler, and more complete than ever before. A shared meal helps you feel useful, but sometimes just a short phone call is enough to soothe someone's heart and your own. An elderly woman recently died from a stroke. The phone beside her rang for 3 days with no one to answer. Sometimes a phone call does not save someone else's life, but it can save you from the loneliness that leads to insomnia, depression, and a downward spiral. After 60, many people face a feeling of isolation. Friends pass on, children are busy, neighbors are not as close as they used to be. This does not just affect the spirit, it directly impacts sleep. Loneliness increases anxiety, keeping the brain on edge even when in bed, leading to trouble sleeping, fitful sleep, or waking midnight with a hollow feeling. But when you volunteer to call other seniors who live alone, whether it is a woman in a nursing home, a widower, or an older person without family nearby, you are also healing yourself. The act of sharing, listening, and connecting creates a warm closeness, making both of you feel cared for and seen, a crucial element for relaxing the mind and sleeping deeper at night. A study from the University of Michigan found that just 20 minutes of phone conversation with a peer each week can significantly reduce symptoms of depression and sleep disorders in people over 65. They called it two-way therapy. One call, two lives are soothed. Elaine Brooks, 77, from Eugene, Oregon, had chronic insomnia after her husband died. After joining a program to call lonely seniors in her community, she recalled, "Every time I call, it feels like I'm hearing a piece of himself in their voice. We both feel listened to, and at night, my sleep doesn't feel so hollow anymore." What you do is very gentle, simple, and you don't need to leave home. Sign up for a volunteer calling program through a senior association, a church, or community groups. You can call weekly from a provided list, or just maintain a regular call with an old friend who lives alone. Because sometimes to sleep truly well, you do not need a soft bed. You just need a heart that feels warm and connected, and to know that somewhere someone is waiting to hear your phone ring. Do you remember the last time you had a truly deep sleep? No tossing, no startling awake, no nightmares, just a peaceful night, as if someone gently placed a hand on your heart and said, "You have lived a kind day." Sometimes good sleep does not come from a new pillow. It comes from the feeling that you did something meaningful for someone else. A pot of soup you cooked, a sapling you planted, a book you read to a child you did not know. All of these things are small, but they make you feel you are still helping make this world a little warmer. And the strange thing is, when you do something good for someone, your own body is soothed too. The mind becomes light, the heart slows. Sleep comes as a reward. You see, old age is not the end. It is a chance to live slowly, live deeply, and live to give. If you found what was shared today to be useful, please share this with someone you care about, or share a small act of kindness you have done in the comments below. Who knows, maybe your story will be the small light that guides someone else's sleep tonight. I wish you a truly peaceful night and a tomorrow with a heart that still feels needed.